G'day and welcome to another bottle episode. This year has been a pretty bleak year in the furry fandom as convention after convention gets forced to cancel. It's where we go to catch up with our friends, make some new ones, spend some money in the dealer's den, learn stuff from panels, parade our fursuits, and just party till the sun comes up. All of that seemed like a distant pre-2020 memory. Until Furality showed up. Furality is a furry convention that takes place entirely in virtual reality via VRChat. The great thing about VRChat is you can create pretty much any avatar or world that you want, making it a perfect host for a furry convention. Despite the name VRChat, a VR headset isn't actually required to play. It comes with a desktop mode, making it insanely accessible for anyone around the world. Furality just happened this past weekend, and I had an absolutely unforgettable time. So today, I wanted to share my experience with you, while also explaining how on earth they managed to pull off a full-blown furry convention in VRChat. Just like physical conventions, you do need to buy a registration to attend. I picked up a sponsor tier because I love Furality and really want to support what they do, but that tier also came with some really cool assets. Furality's theme was Y2K, so for some registration tiers they released some Y2K themed assets that you could deck your avatar out with. On the day of the con, I begrudgingly dragged myself out of bed at 6 in the morning because I really wanted to watch the opening ceremony, but thanks to time zones, that made the opening ceremony at 7 in the morning for me. Getting to the con itself was a little bit different though, because normally in VRChat, if you want to join a world, you just look it up and off you go. But Furality needed to make sure that only people who had actually registered for the con could access the convention worlds. The way it works is you log into their website with your VRChat account, select which lobby or event you want to go to, find the instance you want, click join, and you get a little pop-up that says invite sending in progress. Back in VRChat, about a minute or so later, you'll see an invite pop up from the official Furality VRChat account. Accept the invite and off you go to wherever it was you selected. I have no idea how the automated system works, but it is insanely cool. Like, it was always so exciting seeing that little Furality invite pop up. It is a little bit of a pain having to take off your headset and go to a desktop whenever you wanted to go to another world, but there are ways around that. You can get an app such as the OVR Toolkit, which will actually let you access your desktop while having your VR headset on, or you can go to the events you want to go to beforehand and enable auto join. Once you've got that enabled, you will automatically get an invite as soon as the world for that event is open and ready to go. I went to go get my invite to the main lobby so I could make it to the opening ceremony, but Furry was getting absolutely swamped with attendees, and their invite system was a little wonky. To make sure nobody missed out on the opening ceremony, they actually pushed it back by an extra hour while they got everything fixed up. You know it is a real furrycon when you gotta wait over an hour to just get in. Eventually, my invite arrived and off I went to Furality's main lobby, Dix E, the virtual cruise spaceship. This world looks absolutely stunning. Like, in the middle there, you've got a bar that is fully equipped with drinks and things that you can completely pick up and play with. And there is plenty of seated areas to watch the streams being played on that massive screen at the back. Downstairs, you have their art gallery, which is filled with dozens of incredible artworks submitted by the people in the community. At the end of the hall is this little portal thingy, which takes you to the ship's tail, a massive pool and spa area, overlooking the cosmos as we cruise through space. Seriously, everything looks incredible, especially in VR, and I knew they were going to ramp it up from the last Furality, but I certainly did not expect this much. You can tell a lot of time, work, and passion went into creating it. After some mingling, we sat down and watched the opening ceremony on the giant stream screen. While it would be really cool to actually be in the same instance where the opening ceremony was actually happening, VRChat can only handle so many people per room before it starts getting all laggy and crashes and burns. On the upside, if someone won't shut up while you're trying to watch something, you can just beep boop, mute. If only Reality had that feature. The opening ceremony was going great until my internet decided to go full Australia mode and play at about 20 seconds per frame. You know it's slow when the seconds are said before frame. This seemed to be mostly a fault on my end, but I definitely wasn't the only one experiencing these troubles. But once again, Furality was right on it, and by the end of the con, I could watch streams completely seamlessly. From what I could see of the opening ceremony, it was actually really well done. They did the usual welcome to the con, and they had this really nice segment from their charity, the Save a Fox Rescue, but then they also went into VRChat safety, such as suggesting that you disable all avatar effects and shaders and music from users that aren't on your friend list. Because when you give people the power to create anything, you can get a little crazy. Maybe it's a gesture. Oh, what? Whoa. Ah! I'm so sorry, what the heck was that? The first event that I went to was the Best Boy meetup. I plan to make a whole video about the Best Boys, but basically, they are dragon fox creatures that arose in VRChat about 4 years ago and are a thriving community. All the official Best Boy avatars are actually completely free, so of course I had to turn myself into one. Everyone at the meet was incredibly kind, and we had so much fun just mingling and screwing around. I also got to meet the community leader, Rusty, and she gave us a full guided tour, and these guys have got quite the history. I'm really excited to make that video on them. But until then, links are in the description if you want to learn more about the Best Boys or even become one yourself. Then the Dealer's Den finally opened. They had 3 separate Dealer's Dens, each featuring their own set of booths. It was very different to the kind of Dealer's Den that you'd find at a physical con, but they still made it work really well. Each booth had been completely decked out by their respective artists, and you could find examples of their work, prices, socials, and sometimes even public avatars for you to try.
Wait, there's a shark. Oh my god, can I be a shark? Can I be a shark? Oh, can I be a shark? Oh my god.
Oh, I cannot wait to see this. Oh my gosh,
it's a puppet.
it's so
Yes.
silly.
Oh
my gosh, that's... that is just brilliant.
Oh my god.
I actually heard that a lot of dealers were going to their booths and just hanging out there, but unfortunately we never came across anybody. I ended up commissioning a coloured sketch from Lico Graphics after seeing their booth, and here's the result. It's a new character of mine called Sparkles. They completed it crazy fast, and I absolutely love what they did with her. Before I knew it, the little auto invite popped up to go watch my first panel, the YouTube Creators Panel. This featured Bio, Sherbet, and Pikapedi all sharing their YouTube experiences while also just goofing around. With panels like this, they'll usually actually send people to the instance where the panel itself was happening, but once that fills up, you get sent to this awesome little theatre world. It was pretty nice to just chill and talk with people without disturbing the panel itself. By that point, I was getting pretty headachy from too much VR, so I called it a day. Day 2! I didn't actually have much planned this day, so most of it was spent mingling in Dixie. It was honestly just so much fun getting to screw around with friends and meet new people without having to worry about a gaggle of anti-furry trolls coming to crash the party. These random Dixie adventures are where Furality really felt like a physical convention for me. Later, I went and checked out the Introduction to Twitch panel being hosted by Diffuse Moose, Song Redwood, and Flamey the Drusky, but my internet did not want to play ball.
So if you're even considering getting into streaming...
Oh no. Stram. Yeah! Come on. Why?
Shortly after that, they opened up some game lobbies. I jumped into one of their Among Us ones, and it was so fun. I loved getting to play with people that I had never met before, but without feeling anxious about it because everyone was Furality attendees. If you want to see the games themselves, I uploaded 40 minutes of them to the Rooview on my Patreon. Link in the description if you want to go check that out. Alas, the final day of Furality was upon us. And this whole time, I hadn't actually checked out the dance properly yet. Club Finn is the Furality dance floor where they had actual live DJs streaming music on the giant screen at the back there. But for some reason, I could never hear the music. I had all my sounds turned up, everyone else could hear the music, I could hear other streams fine, just in the dances. I had nothing. Like, I have no idea what happened there. But hey, I got to witness an impromptu piano and trumpet duet, so that was really, really cool.
More of your life doing that.
Ooh, that trumpet sounds
Top
so
10
sexy,
anime collabs.
bro.
Later, it was time for the community leaders panel, and to my insane excitement, I actually got in the panel room! Thank you for that one, Rusty. This panel was a Q&A between the leaders of some of the biggest VRChat avatar communities around. We had Whitman for the Yeens, of course Rusty for the Best Boys, Shalefoot for the Shebas, Dashi for the Avali, Hayu for the Long Boys, and Spaghetti for the Kangas. Even in the audience with me, there were people like Pikapedi, Tokyozilla, like, I was starstruck for pretty much the entire 2-hour panel. And what an amazing panel it was. Like, I learned so much about how these guys manage their Discord servers, how they deal with the hardships they've been through, and their most favorite parts about being community leaders. All an incredibly insightful panel that really did not feel like 2 hours at all. At one point, I also accidentally clicked on someone's chair, which like teleported my avatar to sit on top of them, so then I had to like awkwardly fumble my way off and get back to my spot on the floor there, all in front of these people that I look up to. Hashtag just VRChat problems. After that, it was time to head back to Dixie in time for the closing ceremony. They announced that in total, 3,120 people had registered for Furality, which is insane! Like, that is an incredible achievement, and everyone behind Furality should feel so proud. Furality is really the first and only convention to be held in VRChat to this sort of scale, so there are bound to be some technical bumps along the way, but they look absolutely microscopic compared to the amount of fun that I had. Before this con, whenever I was in VR, I'd only really go for about 2, maybe 3 hours, but Furality had me going for like 5+ hours each day. Let's have a look at my con experience checklist. Caught up with friends. Check. Made new ones. Check. Bought stuff from the dealer's den. Check. Learned stuff from panels. Check. Paraded our fursuits. Well, VRChat avatars are kind of the virtual equivalent, so that counts. Check. Party till the sun comes up. I started when the sun was coming up, so I'm counting that. Check. I can't stress it enough. I had the best time. The passion that went into creating Furality is contagious, and I cannot thank the staff enough for their hard work providing us with such a wonderful experience. As I edit this and I'm looking back at my footage, I'm feeling those post-con depression feels that I haven't felt in far too long. I cannot wait for the next one. The moment they drop the dates, I'm going to be counting down the days. If you are interested in Furality and want to keep updated, please do head to Furality.org, which has the links to their Discord, their Telegram, and their Twitter. Shout out to Sin for being my con buddy, and to everyone else that we ran into. Everybody was so lovely. Thank you for you all amazing. I miss you. I hope you are staying safe and staying awesome, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. This month's anniversary shoutouts go to Lightning Runner and Beagle and Red, who have been here for 3 years. Thank you guys so much. Then for 2 years, we've got Morgan, Jinxie, Brian Thompson, and Moonage Daydream. And 1 year, we've got Shadowpaw, Tidepod, and Ryder. Thank you guys so much for the incredible support.